All right. I'm Dave. Obviously, this is who I am. And the website review of Greenwich Music, the way this is going to work, here, let me move the mic a little closer. The way this is going to work is we're going to look at 4 different websites. Greenwich Music, Footprints Music, going to go outside of the music industry, and then back in with this website. And we're going to look, here's the criteria. We're going to look at whether your website passes the 5-second test. We're going to look at your above the fold design, your navigation, your main menus, your photos, your below the fold landing pages, and your contact form. We're also going to look at your sales copy. We want to see, is it customer centric or product centric? Hopefully it's customer centric. We're going to also see if you talk more about the benefits in your copy as opposed to the features of your program. And so here we go. The 5-second test is this idea that people can land on your website and within 5 seconds identify, what is this? What's in it for me? What should I click on? Meaning what's the service? What benefit? How are you going to impact my life? And then what should I click on? So here we go. 5-second test. What is this? What's in it for me? And what do you want me to click on? Let's look at Footprints Music. What is this? What's in it for me? What should I click on? Same with these guys. 5 seconds. Same with these guys. Okay, so let's work backwards. What is this? They make learning how to play music fun and easy and creative. So it's music lessons. What's in it for me? My kid's going to think it's fun and it's easy and creative. What do they want me to click on? Start today. So these guys passed the 5-second test. Same with, let's look at these guys. What is this? They organize your stuff. What's in it for me? They're going to make my life easier. What do they want me to click on? This Get Organized Now button. Footprints Music. What is this? It's music lessons. What's in it for me? It's going to make my kid feel confident. What do they want me to click on? This Start Today button. Greenwich Music. What is this? It's music lessons. What's in it for me? It's going to make my kid feel confident and smart and creative. Great. Okay. And what do you want me to click on? I've got a few options. I can get more information or I can contact you. So yeah, definitely all websites pass the 5-second test. So great job. Let's look at the above the fold design. Is there a triangle pattern of your logo, your call to action, and looking like your main headline? We've talked a little bit about that already. We're going to look at your call to action placement and message, your logo placement, and your featured image. Does it show a customer having a peak moment? How does it tie in with your core message? So let's work backwards again. Nook Music, logo in the left, call to action in the right, call to action in the center at the bottom. These 3 points create a triangle. Okay, so they got that. The main headline, we talked a little bit about what they said already. They had the secondary headline. They probably want that for SEO. I'm not sure if Google's going to even read that, but that's probably why they put it there. Looks good. And featured image. Does it show customers having a does the photo reflect the brand promise of fun and easy and creative? Yeah, to a certain degree. I mean, most of these kids look like they're smiling. Maybe not this one kid back here, but these kids look happy. They look like they're having fun. So that's great. Logo in the left, call to action in the right, call to action drop down in the center. Those 3 points create a triangle. There's their headline. Again, similar. They got this kind of SEO thing going on here. And I think, and then the call to action is, this one says start today. So the call to action is get started right now. Perfectly placed. Call to action is get organized when? Right now. Same thing here. Just get organized. And notice how the buttons are in different color. They're really popping out. They really want your eye to hone in on that. And interesting, just look, something I heard someone talking about this. I think it was Neil Patel talking about this, how you ideally want to have the people in the photo looking at your call to action. They're not looking at it, but definitely there's this emphasis, kind of this line right here from these 2 call to actions, but their faces and their eyes are pointed in the direction of the call to action. So that's something Neil Patel would really point out. Same thing here. Logo on the left, call to action up there on the right, there in the center. And the pictures seem to reflect kids feeling confident. And I didn't point this out, but their brand promise is that they're going to make your life easier. This woman here's life looks pretty easy right now. Her home looks well organized, and her daughter seems to appreciate her. Let's look at Greenwich. So the brand promise here is confidence and smart, creative kids. Does she look confident and smart and creative? Yeah, I mean, she looks confident. So that's great. That photo might look a little out of focus. I know the piano keyboard is, and that's fine. I don't know, it could be my eyesight, but take a look at it. See if it looks a little out of focus to you. So your call to actions, it's interesting. It's a little, in general, I feel like your whole above the fold is a little busy. You've got 4 call to actions. Now you've got, I forget what it's called, like a secondary call to action. Your main, my issue with your call to actions is they're not action oriented. Like all of these are start today, get organized now, start today. Yours is saying, hey, we'll send you more information if you want it. All the information people need should be right there on your website. Really, you're saying, send us more stuff. Or we'll send you more stuff. I would put a very direct start today or start playing now. Something like that's, and I would, if you're going to have 2 call to actions, the second call to action should be, and I wish I could remember the word for it, but it should be some type of offer. So like here, he's got one here. Here were his secondary call to action. It's there at the bottom. Let's see if he still has it. Yeah, here, where he's got a free ebook, 5 amazing ideas to help your child live a creative life. Love it. And totally delivers on his ebook. It's short, but he's got some really nice ideas. Check it out. Go to his website and put in your name and your email. So he's got that sort of secondary offer. And instead of you're putting contact us, like, let's have a conversation. I would, if you're going to put 2 in there, you're cluttering your above the fold by having 2 call to actions. But if you are going to do 2, I would have some type of offer there, like download our free ebook on a subject that you as a mom are going to be interested in. It has nothing to do with music lessons, but 10 signs that your child is suffering from extreme happiness. That would be something, now it's going to be a creative and fun kind of, thing. But I do encourage you just to have one, call to action. And I think it's fine that it's flanked here to the left. It doesn't have to be centered directly. If you look at her face and her eyesight, that's fine. It's pointing in that direction still. But having the address there and the sort of ornaments, I would get rid of that. I'd get rid of all this stuff here and just you want people, it's all about focus and clarity. You want people focused on this and you're called to action. Now look at these other things. These are important to have, but you got it covered up here. So be careful with bombarding, if I'm saying that right, throwing out too much information and hoping something is going to stick. Now this information, the address, put that in the footer. Same with these social media icons. You're inviting people to leave your website. You don't want them to leave your website. I'd put those down here in your footer. Let's see if you got a footer. Come on. Nah, you don't really have a footer. So we'll talk about that. Oh, maybe here it comes. You got to contact us. Oh, here comes your footer. There you go. It took a little while to load. Load time is important. You want speed there. So your featured image, yeah, it does show your customer having a peak moment. Really like the picture. So all right, enough of that. Let's look at your navigation. It should be simple and minimal. Let's work backwards again. Nook. What do they got? They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think that's fine. 3 to 5, I think is good. No reason why you can't do it with even just 3. She's got 2. main menus. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. It's fine. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so lessons, I think that's great. Rentals, smart to have that there. You've got repairs. Now I wonder if you're genuinely bringing in business for repairs, that these are people who aren't in your school, but they're outside people, then you need it there. Shop, I don't know what that means. Main store, I'm not clear what any of that is. Let's see what this is about. It's, do you need shop there? Okay, I see. So you got a little retail thing going on. Instead of shop, I would say, retail. And if your retail business if retail and repairs is for your current students, I'd put that under About Us. If it's for outside business, then you got to do what you're doing here. But I wouldn't call shop. I'd call it retail. This is a little confusing, this drop-down menu. It takes me like, I got to go somewhere else now. If you could have a drop-down listing, those different categories. About Us, more. What's this about? Register, contact us, events. I'd still be inclined to put that under About Us. Your contact us information, that's going to be down at the bottom. Registration, I wouldn't put that here. I would put that, I like the idea of hiding your registration form, and then when someone fills out your, contact us, request info, or start today button, ideally, that then once you get them to enroll, then you send them a private link to your registration. Like here, let's look at how he's doing it. I like it. It just, here's the different programs, his lessons, under About. You really can't. He's got his calendar. He's got his teachers listed. You can't register. I'm sure he's got some hidden link that he sends to people. My concern is that your registration form is going to be really long, and you don't want anyone looking at a long form. Yeah, it's really long. Now, maybe they need that, when they're ready to enroll, and they'll be willing to do that. I put, okay, that's fine. You got lots of different things there, but if that's what the info you need, that's fine. Okay, so let's move onward to photos. I think your photos I've seen so far, they have emotional triggers, customer having a peak moment. What story does it tell in terms of, does it tell a story of a child experiencing some accomplishment? Let's see if we can find some like these kind of pictures. I would get rid of them because they're showing pictures of instruments, and moms aren't going to get excited about this. Mom's going to get excited about that. I think for rentals and your shop, okay, that's fine. This is good because mom can imagine her child in the photo. I know that photo's a stock image. If you can get real photos, have a professional come in, that would be great. Like this looks like a real picture to me. And like this kind of stuff, pictures of guitar, it's not going to get moms excited. This picture also is problematic because it's showing an empty audience. Show an audience there. That's going to wow, my kid's going to be playing for those people. Basically, you're saying your kids are going to be playing for no one. Now, I get it. The microphone, they can imagine sort of themselves at the microphone. I think it'd be more effective if there was an audience there, or if it was a picture of a kid at the microphone. Again, the pictures of the kids, that's going to really get parents excited. Okay, so let's look at design below the fold. Was it clear and simple? Consistent symmetric patterns. Does your call to action, is it reoccurring? Let's look at your footer and your contact forms. So, just kind of looking here, very symmetric. So she's going for this square pattern here, minimal text, lots of pictures, testimonials, which is good. That's public or social proof. 3 easy steps. And then try out a free lesson, and then there's the offer, the call to action, and there's this footer with address. hours, and social media stuff. She's got minimal description here. You can read this on your own later, but it's all about you. She doesn't talk about herself. She talks about how she can help you. Let us organize your stuff so that life is easier for you. And then a little message from the owner, and then she's got 3 testimonials, social proof. Each section has its own, unique design, different color background. This is great. More social proof. These are called trust icons, kind of, showing that she's been recognized by these other organizations. And let's take a look now at your website. You're below the fold. So the first thing, this is really key real estate, because this is now where you're going to, unveil your message, and and a lot of people don't scroll past this. And what's your message? Hours. Only people that care about that are your current students. And, maybe a perspective mildly, but I would not have hours listed here. I wouldn't have it there at all. Maybe at the bottom, somebody here there had it. I'd have it maybe under About Us, but this is not important information. It's only important to your current students. So I would reposition this or get rid of it completely. Now you're About Us. This is great to have. Again, guitar, people like you and I get excited about it, not moms. Okay, let's look at your sales copy. Is it customer-centric or is it product-centric? Are you talking about us? Even your About Us should be about the customer. And I'll talk about that in a second. So we're a family-owned business with the roots dated back 1960s. Great. Over the years, customer satisfaction has remained our number one priority. Okay, so now you're shifting it to the customer. Great. Whether you're looking for music lessons, instrument shopping, our qualified staff, so now you're talking about how qualified you are. People don't care about that. Anyone can say that they're qualified. One-stop shop. So, you've got this challenge of, my question is what percentage of the business is retail and rentals and repairs? If it's if it's at least 50%, then I think you got to kind of play it this way. If it's a small portion of it, and if it's really for your internal music students, I'd really focus on the impact that you're going to have on people's lives. So, like here, look what he does. Minimal text here. And what does he say? He says, our instructors will have your child playing songs from day one. Phone lessons keep kids engaged. Gone are the days of the strict, stuffy teacher who made music a chore. This is the story we hear all the time, and we're listening. We created all the best things about music and put it together for a music lesson that will grow your child's confidence. So the emphasis is really on the kid and trying to form a connection with the reader and display empathy. So this is really an opportunity here to really make a connection and make an emotional connection. Perfectly Placed does a great job of it. Let's see what Nook Nook does here. Does he have some text here? And Nook Nook, we generally believe. So he's making a we believe statement. That's great. Okay, what do they believe? That the right program and teachers, anyone can play music. Great. Now that's connecting with the customer. How? Because the customer's thinking, I'm worried that maybe my kid can't play music because I couldn't play music as a kid. Well, you can't play music, Mom. The problem was your teacher. Our goal, nice. Okay, they got goals, is to fulfill that belief and help your child experience a lifelong love of music. Our hope for your child. So everything's about the kid. So really, really good job with how they're writing. Let's take a look here. I don't know if this is necessary. You've kind of covered that already up here. If you keep kind of banging over people's heads what you offer, I think what's going to mean most is testimonials. Let's see what we got here, though. Customized lessons for guitar. We offer a lesson. So you're just kind of saying this is what we do. Interesting. Unlike some franchise music schools. So you're bringing them and you're bringing your competition here. We do not teach from a one-size-fits-all manual. Our teachers are experienced in crafting lessons. Yeah, parents don't care that your teachers are experienced. All they care about is what are you going to do for their kid. Anyone can claim that they're experienced. I wouldn't. You're framing your competition in a negative way. Unlike them, We don't do a one size fits all. I'm not like, as a parent, like, I don't really care about that. I don't care about the competition. Um, yeah, I wouldn't mention your competition in there. I would really talk about how you connect with kids, how you empower kids. And then you got to go to your staff and say, this is what we say to our customers in our marketing. What do you do in your lessons to make this an actuality? And that's a little trickier. So you're talking about you. We're the largest, and we're the largest, and our teachers are the most qualified in the area. We have over 20 music teachers who handpicked. So you're talking about the quality of your teachers. All of our teachers have teaching experience, a degree. Again, parents just don't care about that. Like, maybe like they'll care about it later when they get to know their teacher and they want to know the teacher's story, but not on the front end. No matter what your musical goals are, maybe we want to help you reach them. Our first priority is to inspire the student. Well, that's what then you should be leading with, because that's what parents want. We're here to inspire your student, and that's the best teaching method of all. That's called bearing the lead. That's the most intriguing line out of all this, and you put it at the end. The lead should lead the paragraph with it. Okay, so let's move on here. So yeah, you should continually be dropping in your call to action. Your call to action should be like a get started today, start playing today. So you are dropping in view all. I don't really know what that means, to view all. And there's no call to action again. There's a lot of text on here. When I see that, I say it looks to me like you're just trying to find something that's going to resonate with people. The largest, the biggest, the best. That's sales language, and it goes right over people's head. Fully stocked lesson rooms. Do parents really care about that? I don't know. Probably not. Comfortable waiting room. Get it focused totally on the kid. Let's take a look at your footer again. So I think it's a little busy, your whole homepage, and Google's not going to fall for that. Not anymore. Same with that. A lot of people put that in there for Google to kind of bait Google. Google, I would get rid of that. I wonder, were you in Marty Fort's program? I wonder if you were. Some of this feels like what Marty Fort does. Yeah, so it just, I would go lean. Let's look how they do it. Some text here. Here's our programs. And really at this point, they should be done. Social proof. Okay, they don't really need all that stuff. And okay, now they're kind of closing it up. So I think it's a little long. Contact form should just be name, phone number, and email. I know people want more information, but that's all you need to market to. You put too many things on the form and people get overwhelmed. They don't want to spend the time, and they'll leave your website. Okay, so that's good. Name. Yeah, great. But instead of request info, it's a get started. Oh, okay. That's all I need to get started. That's great. I wonder if your website's loading slowly because of, look at these things that happen here, like this. Yeah, I wonder, a slow load time will impact your SEO. Something to think about. Let's look at your landing pages. Your landing pages should look like a homepage, your website. If someone Googles guitar lessons in your area, yeah, so that's okay. Again, it's a guitar neck. Moms don't get excited about that. Now yeah, that's very mass. There we go. Yeah. Take a look at this landing page. I want to show you let's go to piano classes. Look how it feels like a homepage. Minimal text and then call to action right there. Call to action right there. It's a great landing page. Okay, this is just a lot of stuff. Wait, are we on the lessons page or something? Oh, and it's maybe potentially duplicate copy. Yeah. I'd get rid of that. No one's reading that. It's just a lot of information that's being thrown out at people. Okay, so that's it. That concludes your website review. Hope you find it helpful. We'll look forward to working with you, Joe. Take care.